This is the Power Call with Grady Polson, brought to you by Online Sales Pro. This is the Power Call with Grady Polson. To the Power Call, brought to you by Grady Polson, where it's all about success, improvement, and living life on your terms. And now your host, he loves bad jokes and good stories, Grady Polson.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to all of you. Happy to be on here today, this fantastic Thursday. Got the music back. June 15th. Rocking and rolling here. Got a fantastic call for you today. If you can see the title, let me know if you can see it. I'm pretty excited about it. I've been working on this for a couple days. And I think that all of you guys who are on this platform are going to benefit from learning how to better prospect on this platform. Today, we're going to talk about Facebook Messenger prospecting. Are you guys strictly relying on your traffic and strictly relying on solo ads or strictly relying on belly-to-belly conversations in order to generate leads? Or are you utilizing the number one social media tool in the world, Facebook, and its messaging platform, Facebook Messenger? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm stoked about it. We're going to learn together. We're going to grow together. We can even have a little conversation about maybe some lines. That's what I'd love if you guys have a few lines or things that you use when you Facebook prospect. Let's talk about that today. Let's turn this into a very valuable call. I've got some good content to bring personal experience as well as 2 quick trainings I'm going to run through, as well as a video today from my legendary mentor, Brian Tracy. It's an action-packed call. You are on the Online Sales Pro Power Call, and I can't wait to rock and roll with you guys. Good to see Felix on here, Anthony Zamora, Yanez Rodrigo, Juliana Falcon, Joan, hello, Eric Trujillo. Good to see my girl, Krista Burke. If you'd like to meet her live and in color, you can tune in on this platform tomorrow at 1 o'clock. You will see Krista Burke on with myself and Joel talking about her success and rise to fame and stardom in the online marketing world. We're excited to have her on as a guest. But today, the focus of today is you guys, your growth, and becoming the best version of what you're trying to become. And that's my focus on the Power Call, is simply a wholehearted, honest approach to impart knowledge and value that I have into you guys, give you guys new information, new tactics, new awarenesses, and allow you to go out there and perform the tasks at which you perform, whether it's following up, whether it's marketing, whether it's bringing on new sales, whether it's closing deals, whether it's prospecting, whatever it is that generates you leads, prospects, sales, income, referrals. We're going to work on those things, right? We're going to work on those things because that's how you get better. You learn more, then you go implement. You use the things at which you do, which are your skills. And then from the height of your skills, how you develop yourself, how you level up yourself, how you improve yourself, how you make yourself more valuable to your company, make yourself more valuable to your partners, make yourself more valuable to your employees, make yourself more valuable to your to the world, is what determines your income. As Jim Rohn, Mentor's Mentor, calls it, he calls it your value to the marketplace. If you can continue learning new information and knowledge, you can keep applying that to the skills at which generate you income, will increase your value to the marketplace. And this show, ladies and gentlemen, is open season on Marketplace Value Increation 101. And that's my focus for all of you, is to become the best versions of yourself, as I am sitting here striving to be. I have not made it to any level of satisfaction. I've not made it to any level of pride or pat myself on the back. I'm totally dissatisfied. I mean, I'm proud, but I'm dissatisfied on a daily basis of where I want to be and where I'm at currently. And I strive on a daily basis to get there faster and faster. And if that's someone you want to listen to and someone whose attitude you want to take, and you've got a big old dream and big goals and big accomplishments you got out for your life, and you wake up each and every day pissed off about where you live and pissed off about your bank account and pissed off about bills stacking up and not being able to pay them, then let's grow together, ladies and gentlemen, because my focus for you is to become the absolute best version of yourself. And we will work through that together. We will learn new things, and we will strive each and every day to go out there and go conquer the damn world. So If you're fired up, let me see some fired up in the comments below, because you can tell I am. I'm excited about this topic. I'm excited about the content today. How to prospect on Facebook Messenger. Going to be a good call. Why? Because we're going to learn together, and because you can all go out and use it today. I'm not going to come on here and tell you some sappy story how life was hard and now life is good, and how I worked hard and life was hard and now life is good and I worked hard. I'm going to give you transferable sales ideas each and every day to go out there and implement immediately to see results on those new actions. We're talking about information, we're talking about skill growth, and hey, we're doing it all around my software company, Online Sales Pro. I usually wear a shirt if you've watched any of our other videos, but Online Sales Pro, that's the platform at which myself and my partners have created. We've got a fantastic office of people, of support staff that make this software fantastic. And your big focus, your big goal, if you're in business in today's generation, is to find leads, find new prospects for whatever it is you're offering. I don't know if you're a tennis coach or a realtor or an insurance agent, a network marketer, or you're in direct sales, you got your own Etsy shop, Shopify store, auto glass, landscape, doesn't matter what it is. You need to get your message on the internet and people to that message to let them know that you could be a great person to satisfy the needs that they have as far as things to purchase in the marketplace. And for each and all of us, that's our software. That's what we do fantastically well. My partner Joel and I do a show on Tuesdays and Fridays in regards to updates, more training, more detailed on the marketing. Today's call is me, my heart, my passion, coming out as hard as I can and trying to give you value to break through the chains that have shackled us down and move us forward along that path, and giving us the willpower to get there. And that's what I try to focus on this call. So this is the power call. I love it. It's, I believe, don't quote me, this might be episode 132 episodes. So if you're new to Online Sales Pro, if you don't know who I am, if you're new to all this stuff, welcome. But you can find more about our past power calls inside your back office under the training calls tab. We might be renaming it OSP training or marketing training. It's the third tab in your back office under resources. Catalog of SoundCloud. There's been over 1 million minutes listened to past power calls back there. Humbled beyond belief that many people set value to see what I've got to talk about. But really good trainings back there. And so dig back into some of those. I always close the call with this quote, but I'll say it today right now. Investing into yourself, and time in yourself, money into yourself through education, books, seminars, videos, time, investing into yourself, growing your mind, what you're doing right now, is the most guaranteed way, above and beyond Bitcoin, even better than Bitcoin, higher returns than Bitcoin, most guaranteed way to get a return. You will get the highest return on money and time you invest in yourself, growing you. It's a never-ending project. CANI was an acronym I learned. It's CANEI, constant and never-ending improvement. You keep focused on that, you become the best version you can. And if you got something you're going for, only one of two things will happen. One, you'll either get it if you keep going for it, or two, you'll die. And not to be morbid or grotesque or sad here, but if you work on the thing you want for as hard as you can and you don't quit, right? You're not a failure until you quit, right? It's like, oh, I failed at network marketing. I'm a failure at real estate. Well, have you quit yet? No, I haven't quit yet. Okay, well, you're not a failure yet. You're a work in progress. You're a work in progress. You're trying to get there still. You're learning. You're along the path that every other successful person has gone on, because it gets hard for everybody. It gets hard for everybody. Everybody successful has had harder times than you're going through right now. And it's their persistence and their consistency to the work that has dug them through the hard times and put them at the top of Success Mountain. There's a lot of room up there waiting for us, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep working together. So you see, I'm jacked up. Excited. I'm excited. I'm just excited for the future. I'm excited to keep going. I'm excited to keep helping people. Excited to keep connecting with a lot of you. If you got value out of this so far, click that share button in the bottom corner. Share this out in your community. Let them know you're growing today. Are they growing with you? But let me jump into our training video today. Fantastic. It couldn't be a more appropriate video for today. It is called How to Get Rich Fast. You know, not that you can get rich fast, but understand the concept of what my friend and mentor, I've seen Brian Tracy speak a few times, of his autograph, read his books, watched a lot of his videos, and he is a mentor's mentor. And so check this out, listen to what he says, take notes on what he says, and then after this, we'll jump into how to prospect and close on Facebook. Facebook Messenger, Facebook chat. I'm gonna give you some lines, give you some words, give you some openers. We're gonna talk about, how to set it up. And if you're looking to close more sales today, if you're looking to grow your business today, this is a good call for you to be on. So excited for all of you to be on here. I see a lot of friends and family on this call already, from Norm, Mark. Good to see you on, Mark. My German friend just crushes it. Shannon, Paul Hood, Mimi, Christopher, my friend from San Francisco. And I see some people fired up. I love it. All right, we'll do a little Q&A at the end. I want to stay focused on task, but let's keep rolling. This is a fantastic quick training we'll go through. We'll talk about it for a minute right after, and then we'll jump into the content and the training today. How to prospect and close on Facebook Messenger. Seems like something I would want to learn more about. I'll see you guys in a few minutes, all right?
Once upon a time, when I started my career, I sat down at the end of the year and my tax returns were $14,400. 12 years later, I sat down and did my tax returns, and my tax returns were $1,440,000. I'd increased my income by 100 times in 12 years. And I went back and I started to look at that, and I realized that I'd used a formula which I gradually articulated into what I call the 1,000% formula. And it's very simple. It's based on the law of incremental improvement. Japanese call it the Kaizen principle, the principle of continuous betterment. It's getting a little bit better every day. So I asked the question, if you could increase your productivity, performance, and output by 0.1% per day, could you do that? Could you increase your productivity, performance, and output by 1/1000th in a day? And the answer is, of course. If you were the tiniest bit more efficient, or you worked a little bit harder on a more important task, you could become 0.1% better in a day. Well, if you did that every single day for a week, you would be 0.1% times 5, you'd be 0.5% more productive in a week. Is that possible? Of course, you would say. Anybody can become that small amount more productive. So I said, if you did that every week for 4 weeks, you'd be 2% more productive over the course of a month. If you did that every day for 13 4-week months in a year, 52 weeks, you would be 26% more productive. Is that possible? And the answer is yes, because there is a thing in success called the momentum principle. That means that once you start going, it becomes easier and easier to keep going and to go faster and faster. So once you become 26% more productive in the course of a year, your overall output, your results, your income will go up by 26%. What happens is you start to get into the swing of it. You start to be more effective, more efficient. You get more things done. You start earlier. You work harder. You stay later. Overall output, your results, your income will go up by 26%. 26% happens is here for 10 years, you will be 1,004% better. And this is what happened to me, and it's happened to every single person I've ever worked with. Not long ago, I was in Seattle, and this young man came up to me. He's about 30. I met him when he was about 22. He was working in a used car lot in a small town outside of Portland. And his name is Chris. And he came up and he said, Mr. Tracy, he said, do you remember me? I said, yes. He's a nice guy, great personality. He said, well, you know that 1,000% formula that you taught to me many years ago? I said, well, of course I remember, because I've taught it to so many people. He said, Brian, it doesn't work. I said, it doesn't work. He said, it doesn't work. I said, I've used it every single day ever since I learned it all those years ago. It doesn't work. I said, how do you mean? He smiled and he said, it doesn't take 10 years. It only took me 7. He said, today, he said, I am earning 10 times what I was earning 7 years ago. He said, I used it every day. It's absolutely amazing. He said, I'm making more money today in a week or a month than I was often making in a month or a year. He said, by using that formula. And what I did personally is I used it once, increased my income 10 times, and then I used it again and increased my income 10 times more, 100 times in 12 years. And so can you. So here's what it consists of. It's very simply this. Each morning, get up first thing, at least 2 hours before you have to be somewhere. So you can invest the first hour, what we call the golden hour, into yourself. And you invest the golden hour by reading something that is uplifting, educational, motivational, spiritual. It doesn't matter, but they say reading is to the mind as exercise is to the body. Instead of reading newspapers or magazines or watching television, what you do is you just read something that is uplifting. If you're in sales, read something in selling. If you're in spiritually oriented, read something spiritual. If you want motivation, read something motivational, but read 1 hour every morning. That will thoroughly prepare your mind for the rest of the day. One of the great speakers said that the first hour is the rudder of the day. It's called the golden hour. So you invest the golden hour in yourself. And just like if you got up in the morning and worked out for an hour, you'd be feeling great all day long. If you get up in the morning and read for an hour, you'll be feeling mentally great all day long. Step number 2 in the formula is make a list of everything you have to do that day. Sit down, make a list. Everything that you have to do, plan your day in advance. Step number 3 is organize your list by priorities. Determine what's most important, what's second most important, what's third most important. Put a number next to each one. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Fourth step is to start on your most important task, as we mentioned before, and work on it single-mindedly with concentration, focus, and discipline until your most important task is done, and then go to task number 2 and do the same thing. Number 5 is listen to audio programs in your car. Turn your car into a mobile classroom. Turn your car into a university on wheels. Now, a study at the University of California, USC, concluded that if you listen to educational audio programs in your car as you drive around, instead of listening to music, which we call chewing gum for the ears, if you listen to audio programs, you'll get the equivalent of almost full-time university attendance, except for one small point, is when you go to the university, people who've graduated from universities, as I eventually did, find that about 90 or 95% of what they teach you is not practical. It's theoretical, it's true, it's enjoyable, but it's useless in the real world. However, when you select educational audio programs on sales, communication, time management, goal setting for yourself, which you can stop and start if you like, you only select things that are valuable to you in the moment. So you get even more than a university education by turning your car into a classroom on wheels. You turn your car into a mobile learning machine. Here's an interesting point, going right back to the beginning. If you were to get up and read for 60 minutes each day, you would read an average of 1 book per week. 1 book per week would be an average of 50 books a year. Now, to get a PhD at a leading university in any subject, including astrophysics, you have to read about 30 to 50 books and combine them into a dissertation. If you read 30 to 50 books in your field in the course of a year, you get the equivalent of a doctoral degree, whether it's in selling, business, entrepreneurship, or any other field. You will, because you're reading material that's practical, have the equivalent of a dissertation in that you will have blended it into your life. You can double and triple your income simply by reading 1 hour every day. And I've taught this to thousands of people who have come back to me and said it's absolutely incredible the difference it makes in your life to begin the day by reading in your field. The second thing is if you plan every single day in advance, I can promise you this, the very act of planning and setting priorities will increase your productivity by 25% the first day. If you were to set and concentrate on your most important task, you'd increase your productivity by another 50%. By simply reading, setting priorities, focusing on your most important task, your productivity, performance, and output will go up 100% in 1 year. If you then listen to audio programs in your car, many people have told me that that alone has increased their income 1,000% in 10 years. Now, what is the next step? Number 6. Number 6 is to ask yourself 2 questions after every call or every event. These 2 are what I call the magic questions, and they will change your life. Question number 1 is right afterwards, say, what did I do right in that situation? If it's a sales call, if it's a business meeting, if it's a job application or interview, if it's a negotiation, if it's a meeting with your bank, afterwards ask yourself, what did I do right? And immediately think, and even better, write down everything that you did correctly in that meeting. Because you did a lot of good things. Even if it wasn't successful, you did a lot of things that were right. Second question you ask is, what would I do differently next time? What would I do differently next time? And then quickly write down a list of all the things that you could do to improve that situation the next time you have it. Now, this is important. Many people are of the idea that you should sit down and say, what did I do wrong? Where did I make a mistake? Where did I drop the ball? But no, what's happened, if you ask those questions, your subconscious mind will record those reviews, negative reviews, as instructions, and the next time you're in the same situation, you will make the same mistake. However, if you ask, what did I do right? And what would I do differently? Your subconscious mind records those as instructions on how to behave the next time you're in a similar situation. And you'll behave automatically in that situation. Now, the seventh part of the 1000% formula is for you to treat everyone you meet like a $1 million customer. Treat everybody you work with in life as though they're the most important person in the world. Treat your customers as though they're about to buy $1 million worth of your product if they like you, and if you treat them nicely. And especially treat the members of your family. Treat your children, treat your spouse, treat your friends like they're really important people. And the wonderful thing is that the more you treat other people as if they're important, the better you feel about yourself. The more positive you feel, and of course the more positive they feel, and the more they want to work with you and be around you. This 1000% formula has been the key to success throughout history. Is you don't make quantum leaps. You don't go from zero to being rich. You don't make easy money or quick money. What you do is you go to work on yourself bit by bit, day by day, week by week, month by month, and your results are virtually guaranteed.
You like that? Because that blew my mind. I'm like, I need to share that with the people because that's how we grow. New information refines our skills, and the refinement of our skills increases our value to the marketplace. Holy cow, Brian Tracy, thank you. So what are some of your takeaways? Let's chat for a few minutes on, I mean, that was a lot. I understand, but he dropped quite a few things. I love the golden hour, talking about the morning, getting your mind seasoned. I learned that from a mentor before. He talked about too many people, they wake up in the morning and they roll over in their bed, they pick up their phone, they go on Facebook and they look at a bunch of people complaining about nonsense and complaining about this and blabbing about that in the news and just things. And he says, your mind is most fragile in the morning and the soil is most ready to have something planted in it. So if you don't touch your phone in the morning and you go and pick up a book or you put in an audio book or you watch a video first thing in the morning, the value of that, and he really hammered home on books, because a book has come from someone who had an idea and had a thought and then wrote out the principles and then went through and crafted that and crafted detail on it. And then from there, mold over it and then shared with a friend. And the friend goes, that's okay, good. And the friend goes, this is good. Maybe you should pursue this. Then you take it to an editor. An editor takes it to a publisher. Publisher then has to go from a publisher back out. And then finally they have to decide they want to distribute your book, right? The content has become that valuable. And then from the distribution of the book, it now has to go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble or a bookstore, has to be either picked up by you or back referred from a friend and said, hey, check this out. Then you have got to read it. Like the editorial process of the quality of content that you can get out of books, as I hold up my Kindle, right? That you can get out of books is the highest quality content that you can get versus the mouth vomit that your uncle or your high school friends or your coworkers are spewing about nonsense on Facebook. Is that the first thing you want planted in your brain, that you think it, that sets you up, that sets your day, that plants you on a pedestal to go conquer? Facebook, right? Facebook we use as a business platform to connect with people. I love Facebook, but it's not the first thing I look at in the morning. So that was one of the most valuable tips I took out of it that reaffirmed something that I already do. I loved his analysis of, you look around and you see after a presentation or a call, right, what went right and what went wrong. And you analyze that and you go through those things. And then this 1000% principle, how to become 1000% better over 10 years, go and become like a 0.001% better each and every day, just a little bit better. So those are my takeaways. I'm going to go through and see what your guys' were, and then we'll jump into the big content of the day, which is coming right up. So let's see, invest into your company. All right, I love it. Thanks for sharing. So great. Awesome guy, makes too much sense. I agree. Eat That Frog. That's right, Reese Sutton. That's his book, Reese Sutton. Turn my car into a classroom. I'm doing that today. I love it. That's one of my greatest successes. A couple of great audios to pick up would be Challenge to Succeed by Jim Rohn. There's a couple that I was just recently recommended to. I actually have them written down here on my desktop. Tony Robbins, Power to Influence, Tony Robbins, Personal Power 2, Richard Bandler, Neurohypnotic Replantering, Napoleon Hill, Laws of Success, Live Audio, Wayne Dyer, Erroneous Zones, Paul Zane Pilsner, Unlimited Wealth, and Owen Cook, The Blueprint Decoded. Those are some audios that you can go check out. Dingle, the Entrepreneur, very cool name you have there, my man. Where's the link to the video series? It's part of a have started yet? Perfect. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. Welcome. Golden hour makes a huge difference in the kind of day I have. I love it, Mimi. I agree, me as well. Gives new meaning to putting myself first. That's right. Big life changer. Programming my day. That's what I got. That's right. Program your day. Set it up. Set up to win or set up to fail. Set it up to win or set it up to fail. So love it. Roshane Patton, if you prefer paper books, that's fantastic. Just do it. That's it. You prefer whatever you prefer, do. Right? I'd say I prefer this. I prefer to do cardio running, but it's a hard time to go running by myself for an hour because I have 2 little ones and a pregnant wife. So I can't really take off for an hour in the middle of the workday with family and whatnot. So now I've had to adapt, and I do like jumping jacks and push-ups, and I do like a 30-minute cardio session like in my backyard. So I prefer something, but I've adapted to my situation. So I as well prefer paper books, but I'm so busy and I'm jumbled that I adapted to a Kindle, which keeps my place. And right now I'm currently reading The Charisma Myth. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that book. I was recommended to a few friends in the industry. It looks like that, Charisma Myth. So check into that. That's what I'm reading. I've also been reading this Third Circle Theory and then a couple other books recommended. But that's what the Kindle allows me. So preference versus action, action is the goal, right? Whatever your preference is, make sure it just gets done. So good to hear it. Darlene wrote me a little mini essay. This is very impactful for me because I've always bummed that I wasn't able to go to university and get my MBA. This is good. And I thought I wasn't being as successful in business because I needed a business degree to really understand and succeed. I'm now finding out that is not the case. And I can learn on my own and be super successful. Just like Frank Kern, just like hundreds of other online and entrepreneurs that we are fans of, follow, and learn from. And many others that admit to have no traditional business training. I love it. Great. Awesome share, Darlene. Look at it from that standpoint. One, because traditional school, and I'm a big proponent of school, and I'm going to have that conversation with myself come a few years when my daughter is set to go to college. I believe college teaches you about the world, teaches you about yourself, helps you network, helps you grow as a person, helps you try to find out and understand what you want to do for the rest of your life. If you're going into marketing, if you like marketing and people and whatnot, I don't know if there's a company in the world right now that would take a degree from a school that's teaching out of books that are a few years old versus someone that has personal experience. You want a job, or you want to work for a big company, you want to work for the big design firms, you want to work for the big marketing firms, and you show up and you say, hey, I've built a Facebook following of 50,000 people. I create blog content, I create video content, I've got a viral Snapchat and Instagram pages because I'm an active personality. I've already got a built-in following, and I'd love to take my skills and the things that I've learned and work with your company. Versus, that's what they did over 4 years, or they show up and say, I've got a marketing degree from XYZ University. There is not a single company in the world that would hire the degree with no real world experience over the person who's actively participating in marketing and moving forward. So there's marketing, that's different. Business, someone who's built a successful business. Yes, degrees have a place. I'm a big proponent. I'm pushing my daughter. I'm always like, Presley, you like sushi and you want to be a doctor. You know, she says back, I hate sushi, Daddy, and I'm never going to be a doctor. So I'm screwing that up. My brainwashing goal is getting totally screwed up because she's just rebelling already at 4. But all the things that I've read about robots taking over jobs, and there's a lot of jobs will be outsourced by robots, but other jobs will be created. But medical field, if any of you guys have a passion for nursing or healthcare or doctor or any of that stuff, you've got children, there's with the rise in birth rates and the rise in mortality rates, meaning less people are dying, there's more people on this earth and this planet, and there's less and less people going through and being qualified to become at the high level at which, fortunately, we have these high level standards of medical care to be able to go through the medical process to take care of all these people. So that is what a lot of economists and people are forecasting. There will be a shortage of doctors and healthcare going into the future. So I'm not a big market proponent. I'm not in a big stock trading, but if you bought into some, healthcare type things, healthcare is projected to be huge because of how many people are going to need to be serviced and taken care of. Granted, healthcare insurance as it goes, that's a debate for another call. We're talking about jobs, we're talking about future, and we're talking about college, we're talking about personal growth. And Darlene, I loved your comment about wanting to become the best, because you are a businesswoman who wants to create and help people with their weight loss. Thank you. I'm enjoying them. We'll talk more. I had my 3 bars all 3 days, and so 4 days. So we'll keep talking, but that's what my focus is for you guys, is to, regardless of what you do, doctor, marketer, you got to keep learning, you got to keep growing this brain. And so there's something also that I want to layer on, and then I'm gonna go through your comments, and we're gonna get to the content. It's a fun call today. I'm having fun, but opportunity cost, right? You may be at a job right now that is okay and you like, and you're waiting until you get a bonus to start your other business, or you're waiting until the right time to start something. Like, the time waits for no one. Time waits for no one. That's we've all heard this quote. The old woman laying on her deathbed never says, I wish I had more money. They only say, I wish I had more time. And so my push to you guys is to just take as much action as fast and quick as possible. I'm up at 8. I work all day, spend time with my kids. I was up till 1 last night working on a new video for the company. It's going to come out maybe tomorrow. So see it. And just time. That's the thing we don't have any more of. And so for you, it's opportunity cost. It's timed opportunity cost. Are you doing the most effective thing you can be doing? Are you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s? And you're like, in a year or two, when things are a little more settled, I'm going to really go after that entrepreneurial business. I'm going to really try hard. I'm going to really write that book. I'm going to really get my health in order. Right? Like, that's my greatest fear, like personally, is that I'm not actualizing all I can with my current space. Like my time right now is just run as hard and fast as I can. Because there will be a time in my future when my children will have children, and I want to be a great grandparent. And holy crap, I just said I want to be a grandparent. Like, that's stuff to even think about. But you got to plan. Like, I would love nothing more than to be able to just love on my grandkids. And if I posted a picture on my wall today of my grandpa, who's a great grandfather to my son. And so, like, guys, like, now, like, you're on here with me. Like, I understand your focus. Like, if I can push you a little harder, I can push you a little bit more. If I can kick you off that edge onto the trampoline and you bounce off running, that's my goal for you. Because time waits for no one, and your opportunity cost of what you're sacrificing right now in this gold rush of internet marketing, of online marketing, of business, because things will change. They always change. They always change a little bit, right? So we're in open season right now. So I'm going to run through some of these quick comments, and then I'm going to jump into the content, and then we're going to keep rocking. But I loved your comment, Darlene. Got me fired up. So thank you. I only ever knew the golden hour from first day. Perfect. A good mentor is key. I agree. I have no college education, no certifications, Curry Russell, but I did 4 years in the military. And look at your work ethic now, Curry. I love personally working with people that have been in the military, or people that were successful in sports, because they understand commitment. They understand no quit. They understand go until the job gets done. So Curry Russell, it's not surprising you say that, but I'm like, it all makes more sense now why you're so successful. So congratulations to you, Curry. Check my money tree. It's growing. It's good stuff, huh? Perfect. Off topic. Perfect. Off topic, I'm not going to go after now. Ask it in 20 minutes. Catherine, perfect. I don't know what these things are. Sorry, guys. Excellent educational call today, Leah Schmidt. Well, I appreciate that. I'm trying to do my best. Now is the time. Perfect. Okay. A lot of good stuff. Soldiers never quit. That's right. You go until the job gets done, whatever that job may be. So, okay, coming back around. So what I do is I look for things to learn about that are things that are going on in my life. And I've made a lot of new conversations and new contacts, and I'm working through those lists, and Joel and I, we've been very candid with you guys as we're working with a lot of new leaders in different areas, and we're excited about that. We're excited to bring them on as trainers. We're excited to bring their funnels into the system. We're excited to refine the system, create new pages that we can then offer to everybody. And so through that process, I've been doing a lot more Facebook. I mean, I do a lot of Facebook messaging, but I've been doing a lot more Facebook messaging, like, hey, how, like conversation engaging versus conversation replying. Because I get like 20 to 40 messages a day just from users, which is great. I love if you guys, many of you message me just because you have a support question and I reply back, support online sales pro will fix it. But some of you guys actually have real good questions and I've had conversations with a lot of you. But I'm on a different approach right now. I'm like saying, I'm engaging people and saying, hi, let's have a conversation. Let's jump onto Zoom, right? I'm growing the company. And so this came out of just like what I'm going through, and I wanted to seek more information of it. And so that's why I sought out. So there's two things to go through for you today about how to prospect with Facebook Manager and get leads today, and how to prospect and close via Facebook chat. Now, these are two very good things. I've read through them this morning, and we're going to jot through them and we'll talk about them. But listen for the lines. Listen for the lines, and then I'll do a little recap with my personal notes, and then I'll send you off in your day to go take action. But this is how to prospect via Facebook chat. So let me pull up. I always love doing this little message, just little video, what am I trying to say? I love doing an image because staring at me for such a long period of time serves no one. But if I can inspire you through visuals, and this was just kind of something I saw. I'm like, all right, this guy's like big city, Thai, right? But he's mobile. What are we trying to accomplish, right? What are we trying to accomplish? Freedom from, if I can just line this up, we'll get this call going. Sorry for those on the replay. It's terrible. All right, we'll roll with that. Boom. What's up, CJ? All right, let's roll through this. This is from my new friend, Alec Garcia. Ditch your phone, how to prospect with Facebook Messenger and get leads today. Use this Facebook Messenger game plan to reach your ideal clients without tracking down their phone numbers or email addresses. And so this gentleman, I believe, is catering this training to realtors, and we'll expand on it, and I'll give you some bullets towards the end. But I want you to just take in what the concept is because it's all applicable. There we go. Get those bars off the side. Okay. Should you be using Facebook Messenger for prospecting? There is a short answer and a long answer to this. And the short answer is yes. And the long answer is yes. And here's why. Reason number one to use Facebook Messenger for prospecting is be where the people are. One of the most important reasons to use Messenger is everyone is on Facebook. As of writing this, Facebook has almost 2 billion users. Your prospects are on Facebook. They're not unlikely. Then if they're not, which is very unlikely, then at least everyone your prospect knows is on Facebook. If your grandma and Aunt Gertrude are on Facebook, chances are good that your prospects are too. Now let's take this point one step further. The old model of making calls for your business is largely dead. And the reason for that is people now prefer text and email to the written word over talking on the phone. Making and receiving phone calls is not even in the top 5 things people do with their mobile phones. I'm going to read that again. Making and receiving phone calls is not even in the top 5 things people do with their mobile phones anymore. Your prospect, in most cases, does not want to talk to you on the phone. She wants to be contacted via text and social media. And that's where Facebook Messenger comes in. Messenger is a powerful platform that allows you to text, chat, and if you absolutely must, call or video chat without needing a cell phone number. The last point is huge. It's much, much easier to find someone on Facebook and click and add a friend than it is to track down their mobile number. This is becoming more common every day. A prospect may accept a friend request without even thinking twice, but they will hesitate to hand you over their phone number to any sort of a business person. The first reason to use Facebook Messenger is this. It puts people at your fingertips that would have, once upon a time, taken weeks of networking and schmoozing to reach. If you don't go where the people are, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage before you even get started. I'd like to stop this for a moment. And well, he says, go download Facebook Messenger. So I know many of you have it because we're on Facebook right now. So here we go. Reason number 2, use Facebook Messenger for prospecting. People buy from people they like, they know, and trust. Yes, that's an ancient sales axiom. Just because we're talking about new technology doesn't mean we have to throw baby out with the bathwater. Technology changes. Human psychology does not. The statement that is true as ever was about how people decide whether they like, trust, and trust you has changed. Instead of shaking your hand at the country club, they take a stroll on your Facebook wall. Messenger gives you the power to shake hands with a huge audience. These social media handshakes allow you to explode your network and therefore increase your chances of meeting someone who is a good prospect for your business. If you're doing some basic marketing techniques like blogging and posting interesting content on your Facebook wall, people will begin to recognize you as a business authority. But Messenger allows you to go beyond people seeing your content and knowing who you are to make contact in a meaningful way. More about how to do this correctly in a minute. Being active and present on the social media platform that people are using most immediately gives you a head start over other business people who are stubbornly holding on to old ways. Now, reason number 3, to use Facebook Messenger for prospecting. Robots are the way of the future. Robots are here to replace us. And not an end of the world sort of way, but they're here to do the jobs that you don't want to do so you can focus on closing more sales. Advanced chat bots. So listen to this. This is something I just learned about and something we've kind of used, but like, holy cow, I'm going to look more into it. So listen to this for you guys who have business pages or who are looking to take your business and level it up. Advanced chat bots can handle a lot of mundane, regular questions you might receive. They can also answer questions 24 hours a day at all of the weird hours that your prospects are surfing the web. Now, at this point, chatbots require some technical encoding know-how, at least the money to hire someone with the know-how. But most people agree that chatbots are the future of online customer service. Now, just imagine this. This is a real estate example, so listen to this. It's fascinating. Just imagine a prospect visits your website or your Facebook page, is immediately greeted and guided toward the home of their dreams without you having to lift a finger. Let's say you're selling real estate in the San Diego area. It might go something like this. The bot says, hey there, where are you thinking of moving to? With clickable options of Del Mar, La Jolla, or Carlsbad. The prospect clicks La Jolla. The bot says, that's a beautiful area. What's your price range? The prospect says, 600,000 to $1 million. The bot says, okay, what do you think of this? And it displays a list that meets that criteria. The prospect then clicks on a home. The bot says, would you like to receive more information about this home? Yes or no? The prospect clicks yes. The bot says, great. Joe Agent will be in touch with you shortly. Holy cow. It's like, oh, I've seen them at car dealerships. But, if you've built a brand around yourself and people want to work with you, this is a very simple way to streamline and automate conversations and information delivery. So moving on, securing high qualified leads through automated chatbots is going to be a reality in the near future. If you'd like to explore using chatbots in your business, check out platforms like Chatfuel, Botsify, and Sequel. Check those out. All right, now we promised a game plan for getting started prospecting on Facebook Messenger. Well, before we do that, you might be asking, that's all good and fine, but does any of this actually work in getting more leads? And the answer is yes. So here we go. Your Facebook Messenger game plan. Number 1, set goals and target your ideal clients. Go through your list of Facebook friends and pick out 20 people that you would like to do business with, or you believe you could connect with it could connect you to other great prospects. So what is your ideal prospect? Are you in real estate? Are you looking in insurance and you want to work with families to sell life insurance? Are you in a personal trainer? Look for fit people who also have other fit people friends. Look for you're selling nutritional supplements, weight loss supplements. Look for heavy set people and say, hey, I've recently lost 15 pounds with this new, we'll get into what to say here in a second, but look for people that you think might have goals in line with what your products can provide. What solution to a problem do your products provide? And look for people that have those problems. Then you roll up and say, hey, I got the solution. So let's keep talking. So for example, let's say you pick out Facebook friends who are local professionals and business owners. These people typically have money, own their homes, and have a wide circle of influence. Got your list of 20? Good. Now, number 2, make meaningful contact. Do not contact these people with something like this. Hey, Bob, business owner, I'm a real estate agent who would love to meet you and discuss some great home listings we have available in your area. Any version of that message is me talk, and it's messenger equivalent of junk mail. Instead, you want to be their friend, okay? Start by making an honest effort of establishing a real connection. Take an interest in the life of your prospect. Before contacting them on Messenger, you'll want to visit their Facebook page and see what they are interested in, and then talk to them about that. You could try something like this. Hey, Bob, business owner, I came across your Facebook wall and it looks like you like to fly fish a lot. I've been wanting to try it. Do you know of any good spots that are good for beginners? Just starting conversations. Do you know any people like actually when so if you go back on my Facebook wall and you look at some of my videos, I have a drone I got for my birthday a couple months ago, and I've been droning and I Facebook Live them and it's a blast. And people have actually reached out to me and they're like, Grady, tell me more about your drone. What's a great drone to get? Oh, how's business going? And like they'll spin, like they did that to me. I was like, holy cow. Like I'm reading this, I'm like, people have done that to me. They took a drone, which engaged me because I love my drone and had so much fun doing it, filming my kids and all that stuff. And then they go, how's business? What are you working on? You know, this is what I'm working on. They did a little field found action. All of a sudden I'm talking to them about their business and seeing if there's something we can do. All started from conversating with me about my drone. So guys, this works. This works. I'm going to read it again. Hey, Bob, business owner, I came across your Facebook wall and it looks like you like to fly fish a lot. I've been wanting to try it. Do you know any good spots that are good for beginners? Starting from a place of personal interest and not mentioning business at all is a great way to start a real connection. Let shop talk come about naturally later on. By the time Bob finds out that you're a real estate agent, he's much more likely to want to work with you or will recommend others to you. Or here's another approach. Hey, Bob, I'm working on a blog post about our local economy, and I'm trying to interview a handful of successful local business owners. You and your company, whoever his company, XYZ company, came to mind. Can I buy you coffee and pick your brain for a few minutes? Notice that both of these approaches one, that was a fantastic compliment. I'm writing an article about the local economy, and I want to interview successful. So he's saying successful local business owners. He might not be successful. His business may be failing, but everyone likes to be told that they're perceived that they're doing something of success. So it's just perfect little lines. A handful of successful local business owners, and you and your company came to mind. Can I buy you coffee and pick your brain for a few minutes? Then you start talking to them. Oh, I'm a real estate agent. Oh, I'm in this business. Oh, I sell these supplements. Oh, I'm in insurance. Like, these are fantastic. So notice that both of these approaches talk to the prospect about what they are interested in, hobbies and businesses, not what you are interested, which is selling real estate. Just remember to keep your interactions light and fun. And the goal at this stage is not to sell anything or get referrals. You're just intentionally building relationships with people you'd like to do business with down the road. Step 3, get them to agree to help you. This is step 3, the last step, for a reason. Don't try to change the order. If you target your ideal clients, then begin building meaningful connections with them. It's only a matter of time before they ask you one of these magic questions. 1, what do you do? Or, so how's the real estate biz? This is the moment you've been waiting for. The door is open and now you have the opportunity to say something like this. If you know anyone who's looking, send them my way. Important, don't just tell them to do it, make it a friendly exchange. Send them my way, and if I find anyone who needs what you offer, I'll do the same. How does that sound? So you say something, so they say, what do you do? Or so how's the real estate business? How's your business going? Well, if you know anyone who's looking, send them my way. And if I find anyone who needs what you offer, I'll do the same. How does that sound? So you're implementing like a reciprocity thing. You're implementing, hey, if you see anybody if you know anybody who's into real estate, send them my way. This guy's a highly connected local business owner who's going to know people in your local area who potentially want to buy real estate. So that's one business. You can apply these same principles to any singular business by connecting with people who have like mind and who have a network, complimenting them, getting into their network, saying hi, and maybe you'll make a friend over it. Holy cow. So at this point, they'll say something like, sounds good. The beauty of this approach is that you're not a pest asking for a favor. You're two friends who agree to help each other out. There's a spirit of equal exchange and mutual benefit when you do it this way. And you know what? You might just be surprised how often it says, I was actually thinking about, or, I was just talking to so-and-so and they mentioned moving to. Now, to recap, Facebook Messenger gives you a lot of access to new people who are ripe with potential for being your new friends and clients. Messenger allows you to reach these people without tracking down their phone numbers or email addresses, and it allows you to build relationships with more of your ideal clients faster. The fastest path to success is developing relationships first and then waiting for your opportunity to sell later. I'm going to drop that right here and pin that because that's fantastic. All right. It's just too much I wanted to get through. So hope you found value in that. I did. It's just another one I wanted to go through, but we'll pass on that and we will, maybe I'll do it next week and jump out of this. And I have some notes I wanted to add on to this process. So did you like that? Did you get value to that? Do you feel like these are some approaches, some things that you can apply to your business, things that you can do today, things that, holy cow, I could actually go show interest in someone, start a conversation with a few people and say, hey, you're interested in XYZ. Oh, hey, it seems like you take your kids to the park a lot. What do you do for work? Oh, hey, you went out to eat. What are you doing? I mean, another good line I heard was, hey man, I was thinking about you. So I went to your wall and it looks like you're doing well. I saw that you checked in at Morton's a couple days ago. Is that place cool? Did you like the food? I've been thinking of going there. This is a harmless message, in no way looks like a sales pitch. I'd estimate that 99.99% of people on this planet Earth operate without intent. Intent brings blame, and most people don't want to be responsible for any more than they have to be. When you operate with intent, paired with the right strategy, they never see it coming. Third, after they see your message, your contact will most likely tell you about the food and what it was like. From there, your job is to make small talk and get them warmed up. This small talk is not so small to you, though. To them, just as a casual conversation. To you, it's fact-finding. So that maybe we'll do that one on Monday. I'll leave this one here and we'll go through Facebook, how to prospect on Facebook Messenger Part 2. Because this is huge. This is what we're doing, right? I've talked about Mission 37 and all kinds of fantastic things. But a couple of final notes from myself on how to prospect on Facebook Messenger. One, did you like that? Let me see, or what was your favorite part about that? Just give me some comments and interaction in the comments below. But I put a couple things down from personal experience. Understand time. People are busy. You send a message and it might be a day, a week before they get back to it, right? I've got messages I need to reply to. I also have an other folder and a filtered folder that I have to go through. And then those people I bring back to my chat box. So people are busy. If they read it and don't respond, wait maybe a half a day or two and send another message, right? Be persistent in your follow-up. Just like on the phone, when we talk about 7 calls to the same prospect. Now, granted, I still use the phone a lot for prospecting, but 7 calls to the same prospect to make a sale, it could take 7 messages. You should see some prospect chats I have. Like, people finally message me back after like a year and they're like, oh, you're Grady with Online Sales Pro? It's like 7 people told me about you guys. I'm like, yeah, well, I messaged you back when we had 2,000 users and I was looking for someone to partner with. But, we're doing okay now. Hope your business is fine. Peace. I'm joking, but not joking. So understand people are busy, but be persistent. All right. Sometimes they won't read it, but you can always know when they read it, which is a great feature of Facebook. But they can also read it and unread it, and so it's understanding that little hack. Open with something simple. That's what I like to do. Open with something simple. Include their name and where you met. Include their name and where you met. If you've met them, if you haven't, then go with the other approach, which is what I loved here was. Hey Bob, I came across your Facebook wall and it looks like you like to fly fish a lot. I've been wanting to try it. Do you know of any good spots for beginners? Like, that methodology can be applied to any sort of thing. I noticed that you like to dune buggy. I've been wanting to try it. Do you know what's a good vehicle for a beginner? All right, he'll tell you anything that's about this XYZ person's passion, they will talk about. I noticed you like bulldogs. What's a good, can you point me in the right direction, learn more about them, or I'm looking to get one for my daughter, whatever. So open with something simple, right? You're not opening with, hey, it's Grady. I'm with Online Sales Pro. We make leads, appear on the internet. Here's my link. It's $37 a month. I look forward to you buying. Talk soon, right? Have a conversation. That was a spam that I just said. So have a conversation. But I get those messages too. Hey, Grady, it's Tom with, XYZ Jungle Juice. XYZ Jungle Juice is the next hottest opportunity in the internet right now. And we're taking off, and my leadership has got a Lamborghini already. And we've got a cruise and a trip to the Bermuda Triangle. And you're not going to believe what's possible with this company. It's never been seen before, and the comp plan has never existed. And it's fantastic. Here's my link. Get in my power line now. And I'm like, who are you? Like, what? Like, that is the worst way to talk to people in general. Like, would you do that at a cocktail party? Would you do that on the phone? Build rapport with people. It takes time, but it generates more sales. So understand people are busy. So have persistence in your follow-up, just like on Facebook, just like on the phone. Open with something simple, include their name and where you met. And then no links till they ask for it. That's a line we learned from Ray Higdon last week. We talked about no links until they ask for it. Hey, I've got a simple landing page I got a simple business page that explains what I do. This is after you had a conversation. Then you give them the link, because then they've asked for it. That means they're going to click it. Have a nice looking profile, complete, right? Have a link in there, have a nice picture, have a nice cover photo, have nice pictures. A hack that I learned this from teenagers is the last posts that you have, the posts you have on your wall, make sure they have a little bit of engagement, a couple, 5, 10 likes, a video with 5, 10, 20 likes, right? No one wants to, not say no one, but you network with someone and you go to their Facebook page and they have 1 like and it's themselves on a business, like, it's a link to their business opportunity, right? No business opportunity links need to be on your Facebook wall because no one's seeing that. If you want to get links out there, make a post, create engagement, make it in the first comment. Right, we've talked about that many different times, but have a nice looking page. What teenagers actually do is they'll make a post, and if it doesn't get a bunch of likes, they actually delete it. And what you can do on Facebook is you just hide it from your timeline. And so, that these are little tiny tricks and hacks. And so I learned this quote at A&MP, and I haven't said it yet, and I want to say it right now here today because it's so appropriate to what we're trying to help you guys accomplish here with Facebook Messenger. Is go make, this is going to be my final quote. So like this up so it stays at the top of the pinned post. Go make friends with 100 successful people. And by the time you get to the 100th, you will be successful. It's all about your network, right? Who do you know? Who's growing you? How are you becoming the best version of yourself? Go make friends with 100 successful people. Make friends, find value, find a way to serve them, find a way to offer anything for them. Hey, you're doing great in your industry. I'd love to just be in your ecosystem. I just want to check out your wall posts and see what's going on. Do you have an email list, right? Try to connect with them. Go make friends with 100 successful people. And by the time you get to the 100th, you will be successful. Ladies and gentlemen, I love these calls. I love all of you, and I appreciate your time and attention you give me 2 days a week. And I want to close with my lines I always do. Invest in yourself. It's the only place you guarantee a positive return. And success loves company. Work hard each and every day, and we'll get to the top together. I appreciate all of you. I'm grateful for all of you, and I will see you on the next call. Talk soon. Bye for now.